actually live or not and how well this is going to be, but I took some time. Oh, rookie mistake here. I took some time to make a little setup here for myself and made made some live stuff on OBS. So I applied for the Apex evaluation, right? And I just want to trade it live. That way I actually don't have a way to, I don't know. That way I just have a way to like keep in check with myself. But right now I'm pretty nervous. I gotta actually connect to my rhythmic evaluation. Let's see. It's just connecting still. All right, there we go. It's here. So you guys can see Apex evaluation. So we're gonna do everything normally, how I normally do here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the higher time frames first, and we're gonna just take everything nice and easy. So starting off with the daily time frame, let's reset our trend lines. We are in this bull channel upward, right? So let's remove everything. Right? I hope the latency isn't bad. Like I hope none of this is really choppy or anything. And yeah, just making sure my mic is working. Bought this new microphone too. All right, so it looks like we're still in this bull channel, right? So we're at the bottom of it, and it's likely that we're going to go sideways to up. We could break down, so could be confusing price action in this area. Historically, when we do get to the bottoms, we do get some sort of trading range activity, right? And this is going to be another inside bar, looks like. So I'm expecting trading range activity, a break below 5182 is approximately a break below yesterday. So that's something to keep an eye on. Something I also want to mention is that I am not going to be trading before 10 unless if it's on MNQ, and in that case I will go down to a lower time frame. So let's remove all these. All right, so yesterday we had this move down. Well, this was Friday and we gapped up, right? And now we're retracing. So let's see where we are in terms of this retracement. We're approaching the 30% area here. That's something to keep notice of. If we get a bounce there, where we are in terms of this guy, we are approximately 50% going down to 30%. And from the high here, so it looks like we're gonna wanna get into this area right here. And if we break below this, you know, we're probably gonna head down lower. But we wanna be extra cautious. I'm gonna size down today, especially since it's my first day doing eval. Let me make sure this is, because I have a chat bubble thing here. I want to make sure I'm not missing any chats. All right, so keep that there. The Globex, what did we do this morning? Downtrend. So looks like yesterday, price action. No, that was Friday. Okay, headed down, 1900. Kept making our way down, retraced just weak, right? Weak bars, broke below, and it looks like we retraced up. We did get some buying action here at the 30% for 1 hour. Nice strong candle. So we could be retesting down this way. $92 is going to be an area I'm looking for a bounce. 92. If we get below Globex low, it's bad news. We got the Globex high here. And then we got high of yesterday. And then we got low of yesterday. Okay. Just working itself down. $92 is that area, but we have, all right, so we have a bear bar with a prominent wick. We got follow through on it so far, breaking below. Let's see if we can get a large bounce. If we get a large bounce, I'm gonna look for a second entry. Even just a little higher, right? Looking for something like this. Okay, 15-minute now. Let's get more detailed. Okay, this is obviously the regular trading hours chart. Skipping that. Okay, so something to note is that we couldn't get above this breakout area here. Okay, we did get above where like it broke below the trading range, but we need to get above that breakout bar. All right, but one strong 15-minute candle, another strong 15-minute candle. This is kind of weak right here, but then another strong buy, but could have trapped a bunch of buyers here. So in terms of this area, let's see, again, 52 is our target for an entry. We're gonna want to see a bounce there with no problems. We're gonna enter on small size, if so. All right, so that's that for MES. We'll let it do its thing. We're on the 5-minute chart. We're gonna observe the price action. We're not gonna do anything until I get some further data, you know, and we're gonna wait until it's about 10. Five-minute MNQ, what's it doing? Large gap down, prominent wick, follow through. Let's go to the extra trading hours. It's breaking below its Globex low. Kind of strong, but we're starting to form a reversal here. If I'm trading this, I'm trading very small. Let's take a look at where we're at in terms of this chart. Okay, we're at the bottom third and no significant bounce yet. And I'm not going to want to front run any, bounce. I'm not trying to get rich quick or anything. Waiting for candles to properly close. So we're at this is a 3 minute, let's move to the 5 minute. But I would want a long here, honestly, if we get a reversal. Gonna really just wait though. Okay, so we have a bull doji, but it's not 10 o'clock yet. Just gonna sit, chill, wait for something. We are pulling back to the EMA. So I decided to go with Apex funding. Reason why, it's just because, I've been training for their rules and I kind of like their contract size, scalability later on. Thought I'd go for it. Doing this live so I don't, so I can embarrass myself if I really start to tilt or something like that. I'm honest to God, really nervous, but I've been doing okay historically. So this is the middle of this range. I'm gonna try to avoid any trades here. I want to see if we get down here first. Not gonna want to buy against these two bars, but I am gonna be looking to buy something. And something I have a question about is whether if this is strong enough to reverse all this price action. So 86, so about 20 points, right? This move down, 5 a.m. It's at 20, so almost 40 points. If we take a retracement here, we did pop above the 50%, closed above, didn't get above that hourly. I think it might be smart to also trade the downtrend, right? But we are hitting a demand zone, so I don't want to be shorting in a demand zone. Let's go back on this chart. Okay, let's take a look where there's going to be some sort of demand below here, right? It's not good follow through on the hourly so far, so our second bar is a bull bar, but wick on top, wick on bottom, wick on top, wick on bottom on 3 as well. I want to see strong bull bars if I want to get long. See if we can get to 92 area. Were we able to get another low here? No. Still gotta wait. If my setup happens and it's right around 10, you know, that would kind of hurt, to be honest. I think this is a good long here. Hey, new here, currently studying Brooks trading course. Any advice or tips as beginners starting out? Thanks. Hey, thanks for my first ever comment on a live stream. Yeah, so I started studying Al Brooks, let's say, what was it, June of last year? My roommate put me onto him. Honestly, changed everything for me. You know, changed like how I viewed everything. If I were you, this is what I do. I really take my time with each and every video. I literally pause every PowerPoint slide and I draw out like the chart just like this, just like how it's normally like looking, right? And I draw it out on my little notebook, pause the video, I write everything that he writes on his PowerPoint, then I press play, I listen to what he says, you know, and I mark like, okay, like let's say if it was like right here or whatever, you know, I will mark like this area. Let me, you know, put right here, and then I'll put like a number 1 here, and then on below my chart, I'll put like number 1, like, and write whatever he had to say about maybe this candle here, right? Something I want to say is I'm still a student myself, and I'm still learning, but that's what I do. And I've written, you know, so far I think I'm at 230 pages of notes, and I'm only like, you know, 40% through the course. That has helped me so much and retain so much, because like it's just my goal to retain everything, you know, that's being taught. Yeah, just be patient, I guess. And if you haven't checked out the webinar stuff, he has like a webinar, and that helps so much. There's this woman, Rose, that like I really love watching on the webinar, and Al Brooks, of course. Everybody there is so good. But yeah, I hope that helps. You know, I'm still like, again, I'm still learning, but I've been showing signs of some success. So, you know, I decided to try to apply for the funding. Boop. What is this? chat thing is messed up here. I'll be right back. Hold on. Be right back. My chat thing is asking me to sign in, so I gotta go grab my phone. But that's okay. We have to just watch the market anyway. I'll be right back. Yeah, so it's asking me to log in. It just needs my email. So we're getting a slight pullback, but the bull candles are very small. So just makes me kind of hesitant to go long. What is up with this? Docs menu. Okay. Okay, so now we're getting that reversal. Strong bull bar, but it's getting close to 10. Where are our targets? Extra trading hours. Oh, by the way, Trigger 97. I just want to say that you know, good for you for finding Al Brooks like so early on. You know, I wish I knew about him earlier. So I'm gonna hold off because I don't like this right here, right? The dojis, the prominent tails. I'm gonna wait to see if we get down here first. I'm just gonna be patient. I really don't want to get chopped up. It will mess with me so bad. Looking at NASDAQ. Also, I want to say, you know, if you want to start trading and everything too, you know, I was doing simulator for a while, and I think that's the best way to go so far. You know, and honestly, when I was trading simulator, it really felt like the real thing. It feels, I don't know. This is a little bit more nervous, but to me, like I felt like it was the real thing. When I did well, I was like, yes, like you know, I'm doing this well. Like I can do this. And when I was doing bad, like I really felt it. Like the emotions to me were the same because really the evaluation and the simulator, you know, are pretty much the same. You're not using your own money. You know, you're just trying to grow an account, right? So take your time. And like I talked to a couple people who, you know, just learned about, you know, trading like a couple weeks ago, and then they apply for an evaluation, and you know they immediately fail. Just take your time, you know. That's what I think. But again, I don't know. I'm not a professional. I've never applied for evaluation. This is my day one. But yeah, I think that's like necessary. You know, because at first I was all over the place. That, and we got to be patient too. Wait for confirmation of, you know, price action. You can get an idea, but make sure you're following what the chart is actually doing. So these are weak in my opinion. And don't ever trade copy. Like, you know, like everything I want to do here, like I hope, I don't even know how many people are viewing this, but I don't know, like I've joined a couple groups on Discord because I really wanted to see how people were managing the risk and whatnot. But a lot of people I think were in there just to try to copy trades and everything. And like, you know, if you join these groups, like what I really like about Al's group is like you're there to learn, you know, like for me, I'm there to learn. You know, I'm not there to copy the same trades. I want to see how people, you know, scale out of their trade, scale into their trade, like what they're doing. And you're not going to learn and be successful long term, I think, if you're just copying people, right? So, yeah. And sorry, like I have so many like things I want to share. I just feel like, in my opinion, where I've performed best is like when I give myself the ability to have humility, right? Like I've been recording my trades, I've been uploading them, and now I'm trying to do them live. So just having someone, you know, or some people to kind of like observe what I'm doing, it kind of puts me on the spotlight. You know, there was an interview that was kind of said, I think it might have been by Tom Hugard, that or Nutty Bar Trader or something like that. Like I think if you're on the spot, you know, it's kind of in relation to like when you're on Wall Street or whatever, and you have someone like a manager like watching what you're doing and saying, hey, like that's enough if you're doing bad, right? So doing poor live and on a video kind of makes you like more resistant to poorly trading, right? Like right now I have a temptation to try to get long too early or whatever, but I'm not going to do that, you know, right now. Right now I'm getting fear of missing out, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to embarrass myself. I almost might want to get short underneath one of these bars, but so far we've had a pullback, right? It's a micro channel. There's no low yet, and we're breaking above bar 2. It is past 10, so now I feel okay taking position, just letting kind of the move do its thing. We have 5 bull bars so far, so every bar has been being bought up, but it's being scalped out, you can see. So maybe the swing is to the downside for the 92 move, right? So the downside move isn't as strong, but the upside move is not strong. There's some sort of fight, I think, going on, and I'd rather just wait for some sort of confirmation. Checking to see if there's any news I gotta be worried about. I think 11:30. Okay. All right, so, and see what's difficult too for me right here is that even though we're getting a strong candle now, it's like high, you know, and after a couple bars. So I don't want to get long when it's high, right? Because now my risk is kind of messed up. I'm risking, you know, almost 10 points, right? And the reward is really up here. It's like a 1-to-1, and the probability isn't as great as I want it to be, you know? This isn't as strong as I wanted it to be. So I'm not going to take any trades if the math doesn't make sense. The math to me, it looks like it can favor bears a little bit more, right? If we start to see, you know, a low 2, a failure of a failure, right? then the math makes sense for me to swing down to down here. We have consistent higher lows here. This is something to note. I didn't like any of these bars, and that's okay. I'd rather be patient and wait for some good trades. See, I think anybody who shorted here has their stop up here, right? Or even up here. Might be a good idea to sell right here. I think we can go for one. We'll just go for one if we maybe start seeing a break. Oh man, I'm nervous. Like this is the real deal. I got an eval. And I'm live. Should I be shorting this? Should I be longing this? We didn't get where I wanted to go. Stayed in the middle. Where'd we get to? About the 50%? So we broke anybody who's, been needing a break even here. I really don't like any of these candles. I don't like any of them. It's confusing. When you're confused, it's more likely a trading range. I'm gonna go for a scalp. Sell stop below here. We're gonna try to target the lows here. Okay. So we're in one. The stop. Gonna leave it above the breakout candle over here. If it goes in my favor, I'm gonna start heading it down, decreasing my risk. There we go. Getting somewhere. Let's see if we can scare out any bulls, right? I should have maybe done two so I could have had a target here get hit. So taking it nice and easy. It's my first day, right? Just work up my confidence first. Okay, are bears wanting to swing this down more, or are bulls going to be buying back? That's what I want to know, and I want to see signs for. So this bouncing in this, candle is concerning, right? I feel okay with my stop. I'm taking a chance. The math to me seems okay. The move up, I don't think is as strong, right? Let's see if we get follow through. We have a bear doji, prominent tail on top, another prominent tail below. I mean the bar before, right? I think my stop is in a good area. I'm gonna let the trade do its thing. If we get stopped out, it's fine. Okay. Not going to size on heavy because, this is all inside price action. This is all, trading inside. I don't want to do anything here. But so far I am disappointed. Looks like bulls did buy the pullback here, right? But let's just be patient, see what happens. If I get stopped out, it's only at a small loss. So, and this is my first day, just warming up. I'm not going to size on heavy. It is a confusing day, I said in the beginning. And another thing, Trader 97, since you commented, I'm picking on you a lot. When you're in your trade, try your best to just be patient with it and let it do its thing. A lot of times, the position, the trade will go against you a little bit, but you have to rely on what you think the overall context is, right? And then just monitor to see if, you're seeing continuing signs that the context is correct. Like right now, I didn't see buyers above this area. We did get above here, but there wasn't much follow through. Now we're starting to make a lower high, right? And so more bulls are going to probably be scared to continue this move up. But I'm also thinking, okay, what are bears doing? Are they continuing to sell in? I don't know. So I'm just relying on my stop, right? I'm waiting to see if this move continues to do what it's going to do. And the way I feel comfortable about that is I have the right position size. If I had a big contract size, I would be moving my stop all over the place. But now we're up 20%, right? So gonna just let this continue to do its thing. We're breaking below. This is low 1, right? It's our first leg down. And we're targeting where I thought that there was going to be some demand. So this is what I wanted to see. Now I think that bulls are going to want to, start to exit, right? And if I was still on my simulated account, and I was a little less nervous, I would sell another one right here, right? But something we gotta keep in mind is if there's gonna be buyers here at this level, are bears gonna just wanna scalp for that 50% move before we ride back up? Is my stop in the right area? Let me raise it a little higher. I'm gonna wanna ideally see a close below 99.75 for a continuation down. We're just starting to go sideways. And I'll keep my stop above here. Okay, it looks like bears did exit. bulls bought up on that 50% move down, right? So this can turn into a swing long, but gonna rely on that stop. It's low one. If we go sideways and make another low, then I think I will get my target. Just gotta be a little patient. The question I have is this move up strong enough for a swing? I don't think so, right? I think sideways to down. So let's just be patient. I'll take a small hit if I have to. I think we did trigger a sell, so people are going to want to sell. Right? Triggered a sell below here. So just being patient. When you start trading, also do micros. Got to slow down to go fast. So I want at least 3 points, you know, or 4. Before I move this down. But I really don't think this is enough for bulls to want to swing, right? I think they'll want to get out up here. Let's see where the measured moves are. So 3 points, we get 30% on 1 micro, 35%. Okay, hit the 66%. Decreasing my risk. So risking less, but still putting risk on. An attempt for a swing. It was a scalp, turned into a potential swing. Downside moves are not as strong, but it may need to work itself out, right? We may need to get all these bulls to give up. I want to see a strong close. Okay, we got a minute and 23 seconds left. Okay, we're about 40% up, almost 40. If I had 2 contracts in, I would take one off and leave the runner for down here. I might actually exit this trade. Because remember, I got to remember this is a trading range. See how the candle closes. Okay, we are getting some momentum. But, you know, the question becomes if, you know, people are going to want to continue to sell this, right? All right, 45%. almost 50%. Okay, broke below bar 6. Getting a bounce. Okay. It is becoming imbalanced, 50%. This trading range is becoming imbalanced. Let's just try to hold this. Let's leave our stop where it is and attempt swing down because this is strong. Okay, I really don't want to see it get above that, so I'm putting my stop there. Remember, I'm still in a trading range. I'm approaching a demand zone, and I feel okay getting out a little early. Keeping it tight, up 60%, 62%. I want strong continuation through these lows. But I don't think we're going to get it. Bouncing quite a lot. I think bears are scalping out. Bulls might be scaling in. All right, so we're out. And we're out about 50%. Remember, I was going for a scalp, right? So, you know, because the trading, the price action is confusing, right? We got up, we got down, right? Now we got up, it's a lot of wicks, right? And yeah, so now I want to see if I can get this move here down to my demand zone for an attempt to swing long. So we're up, we did one good trade. I'm comfortable with that. Notice how we're hesitating here. And now anybody that was short here is thinking, huh, like, is this a trading range? Maybe I should exit, right? And bulls know that. So they're going to want to buy. But it depends on, you know, how these candles close, right? You know, this can close down here and then people might want to continue to short until right here. To me, the math no longer makes sense for that, you know. I'm now in the middle of this trading range, you know, and so therefore the risk is greater than the reward, right? And the probability, considering that we're all inside here, is not so great. So, I don't want to be holding short into a demand zone. And that's really all it comes down to. And the thing, if you take the course on Al Brooks and everything, something you learn is that like these breakout candles, these strong candles are fake outs, right? And, it'll appear super strong, but that's because it's an exhaustive candle, and then as soon as we get down here, everybody exits, So it's just wait. So I'm glad I exited. This is not what you want to see if you were swing short. So that felt good. Got a little win. We're gonna just chill, right? Like, there's no reason to rush anything. It's gonna be a boring stream. Let me go get some more coffee here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute my mic. Aha! So look at that. This is what I avoided. This is what I wanted to avoid. Right? That's what I wanted to avoid. Let's take a look at this 15-minute chart now. Looks pretty good. So bears, did they make another low? No, they didn't. But we didn't make another high, right? So I think this would have been a great buy if I was here for it. Because now it's eligible for like a double bottom. But now math does make sense for me. Sideways, confusing. Got the double bottom. Going sideways around the CMA. I'm not convinced we're gonna rip right up yet. Like I really wanna see a retest of this demand zone. I think they're gonna wanna short again. Right, I wanna see the price action go flat on the way down. It's gonna go flat, 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 right? And then I wanna, buy here. Because what that will tell me is the momentum down is slowing, right? Momentum down is slowing, and then we get a pop. Boom, See, like, I don't think this is like, enough signs for a larger reversal, right? And I think bulls also know that. I think, and bears are going to know, like, oh, we're going to trap these guys because there's going to be people who are going to want to front run this long at an attempt at a bigger push up, right? But the context is sideways. The context is limit orders up here. Got supply here. There's people going to sell this area, and they're going to trap people. We're going to go sideways. We want to see what happens. And I'm very resistant to making any trades in this type of price action because it is confusing and requires you to sell limits. And I'm just not there yet in my trading journey. I think it's an okay sell below here for an attempt for this area because now the context is lower high, reversal candle, right? Big prominent wick. So patience wins. Patience wins. You see that? I didn't chase anything. You know, when we got up here, I said, like, you know, I would actually want to short up here, and look, boop. Now we didn't take that trade because required a limit order. Let's draw some stuff. Notice high, low, right? And then lower high, higher low, okay? Going into a triangle. This is something I want to avoid. People are going to continue trading like that until there's some sort of breakout, right? So I'm going to want to wait for it. That, or I want to sell high with the chance for us to go down here. I like to observe prior price action. See what it looks like before. Notice going back up. Where you make money in a market like this, just sideways like this, is just being patient and sizing small. This is a tough first day. Who's going to want to swing long this? Not me. Look at all these wicks on top. Now the downside moves are also slow. So, you know, neither buy or sell in this. Just wait it out, hang out. Curious to see if there's anybody watching this. I'm gonna lower my volume, go on my phone right quick. Yeah, I'm talking to nobody. Just me. Cool. Just watching. I really want to sell one right here. Keep my stop up here. offered a chance at a swing. Ah, I'm so tempted. Very, very tempted. I really want to sell. It's best not to. I'm not going to do anything. I'd rather wait. This is confusing price action. I don't want to be caught. I kind of want to get a sell stop. Just see how this feels. Believe the fake outs. The breakouts are fake outs. We made a new high. Maybe scalp out just at 2 points or so. No, let's just wait. Let's just wait. I don't feel like really engaging in this tight trading range. Getting a higher close. Bull see a double bottom. I'm not going to want to long this. If anything, I want to sell it. Very choppy. Well, that's just doing something. Let's go to MNQ and see if we can find setups on the MNQ chart. So going to NMQ daily, looks like we are following some sort of bear channel down. Bear channel equals bull flag. Approaching the lows. Demand zone. Let's catch a, let's see if we can make our way down here to the 33% before taking a big bounce up. Okay, MNQ 1 hour. got an overshoot there. See where we are in this leg. Perhaps we're gonna get another swing down here. We're at the 66. Right. We broke below. Extra trading hours. Inside bars. Confusing price action. Right? Pretty confusing. How's MES doing? Okay, large breakout to the upside. Made a new high of the day. Okay. Did we break out above the breakout point? I don't know, but we are closing above here. We might be wanting to swing high. This could have been a good buy at a swing, but this doji right here tells me, I don't know. This isn't a strong buy for me, honestly. This is high 1 and then a high 2 above here. So maybe a good long spot right here at 202. But I really don't want to get long anywhere here, to be honest. I don't think this is a major trend reversal. Let me see where we're at here. Could this be an overshoot right here? And are we going to get a reversal down here? Don't know. Historically, we have gotten above the hourly, right? But did not sustain. Did not sustain. All right, let's move to the MNQ. 15-minute. See if there's anything here. So it looks like I put a demand box here. Broke below. That must have been the 30%. Yeah. We could be retesting back up here before going back down. So I really just want to wait. I don't want to be taking any trades because I'm confused. It's a lot of choppy price action. Every time we broke up strong, look what happens. Move back down. Break out strong sideways to down. Break out strong sideways to down. We're in a demand zone and we are getting a strong break up, but you know, to me it's super choppy. So let's see if we got any measured move targets hit. We got a 1-to-1. Okay. What happens when we get 1-to-1s historically? Bounce followed by continuation down. The math doesn't make sense for me. The reward is small, the risk is large, and we're in a trading range. I don't want to be betting on a breakout in a trading range. If I miss a move, hell, like, you know, there'll be moves in the future, right? So far, we marched up pretty high. We can draw a trend line here. See if we can make it a parallel channel anywhere. If I'm buying, my risk is all the way down here. Do I want to do that? In a downtrend that had not the best signs of buying, in my opinion. Although this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 now micro channel up. Let's see how far we retraced up this leg. Just 30%. Let's see what happens when we get here. But you know, the longer we sustain up here, the less likely we're gonna get this target down here to this demand zone. This is a big pop, right? But we're getting to those EMAs. If we get sideways and then we get a break below and we're breaking below EMAs, I'll get short. So far we did get a close above, but the follow through is not good. I'm really curious to see what other people think in Discord. Somebody passed 2 150K accounts. That's great. Just being patient. I think if I take any trades here, swinging down, it might have to only be a scalp. Might want to swing this up. I don't know. Like this is confusing. This is confusing behavior. Follow through. We retested and found buyers there, but now we're getting into a supply area I really, really, really just want to be cautious. I don't want to long anything really. We are getting a gap fill. Oh, I really want to see a bounce here. Like I didn't see that bounce here. I want to see a big flush to the downside and then move up. Let's see if we get a low two signal up here. And this is the area that I will get long at if I see a reversal. Let's see where their targets are. They did reach a 2-to-1. More than that. Starting to go sideways. Is this the end of the bull's move? This could be a leg one, leg two. I keep doing that. Keep hitting the wrong hotkey. So if we do take a short, we're going to enter on more contracts and we're going to take profit about here and then leave one for a swing. So I want to see a short setup. So far, looks like buyers are buying every pullback though. So, and you know what? The candles are looking strong. This is a strong candle. This is a strong candle. This is okay. It's closing above its midpoint. Strong candle closing on its high. Not going to want to sell the first signal. Nobody's going to want to do that. But we are starting to get a little bit more sideways. Retesting the top of the EMA again. Prominent wick below. No signs of sellers. Not yet. Just perhaps profit taking. So the move is kind of strong. But I want a nice move that makes sense mathematically for me. These moves do not make sense to me for me to enter. We're hitting 50%. This is a profit target area. So also like this is, I was expecting sideways bounce, but it didn't do it at my demand zone, right? So that's why I didn't take any of these trades. It took one scalp. Gotta change this to live chat. Just being patient. Might want to sell one here. I will sell one. I'll keep my stop here. It's just one. That way I get in my trade. If it gets back above this high here, then to me, my trade is invalidated. I want to see a break below 17. And then I want to see like a small retrace and then a low 2. I'm going to rely on my stop. Something to be cautious of is I run the risk of getting trapped in the move going higher. So they might want to find sellers to trap. But I want to be on the side where we're potentially trapping bulls. Break below 17. This is my target area here. 14 seconds left. just in one. I'm betting against the leg, so I don't want to position heavy. And I want to keep my stop wide for this move because my target is down here. So on a low two, I will sell again. I'll do one more. It's a pretty strong reversal candle. Notice how it tagged my supply zone and rejected. The question is if bulls are going to want to continue to buy above this area, right? If I was a bull, I would be disappointed. I would, if we start moving up, I would raise my stop up, right? And potentially get out here. I want to avoid getting trapped by bulls. That's why I'm not going to sell until I see a second signal. Just going sideways. It's not good not good price action for bulls really till we start seeing that momentum. Right now there's a little bit, but for the most part the candle was on its low, which could mean a couple things. Bears and bulls are exchanging here, they're fighting it out, and it looks like the bulls won from down here, right? But let's just wait to see what happens. Run the risk of getting my stop hit. Get a strong bull candle closing on its high. Looks like they're going to want to run that stop because I'm a weak bear. Looks like they immediately bought that close too. Okay, so we got stopped. Whoa, too much size. Might want to sell this. Gonna go for it. All right, these are my targets. Let's just be patient. So got stopped on the first order. And this will be my last trade. Kind of want to keep my stop actually above here. I'm attempting to swing for my supply zones, or I mean my demand zones. "15 seconds left. Not the candle I want to see. I want to see this break. I want to see it break below 20, bar 20. Just trying to focus, just trying to be patient. Bulls don't want to give up on this. They're buying that pullback. I really want to see a break. That would be a great confirmation. But instead, I think we're getting follow through. Might cut it early. $50 left. Just going to be patient. It's another bull bar. There's no sell signal really. All I have is momentum slowing. There's like a battle in my head that's like, let this ride out, let it do its thing. I think we're going to have a pullback. But also, there's this, side of me that's like seeing that bears have not been able to get a bear close in a supply zone. We haven't been able to get a low two. We have an EMA cross here too. Haven't been able to close below the EMAs. Okay. If we get a close above here, I'm out. I'll cut this early. Just being patient. I want to see a break. Get a break below 21. If I see a close above here again, I'm out. I'm done. And I'll take a small loss on the day, try again tomorrow. It's my first day. Okay, getting somewhere. 6 seconds left. Okay, close below the prior bar. Bear doji. Sideways. It's breakout mode. Starting to see momentum to the downside. There we go. Got a break. Can we get below the EMAs? Or will this be bought up again? So far looking like a scalp out. But what's nice is I have a good, size position. I'm small, 2 micros. We just play the patience game. Where are we in terms of this chart? So again, this was our 50% area. Again, a rejection. See where I can get my target. Patience rewards. If we get a break below 19, I'll lower my stop. And if we get a close below the EMAs, I think I'll add another. But this prominent wick below isn't so good. So bears couldn't sustain. Okay. Looks like they sold the pullback. They're fighting it out. Our bulls are gonna want to exit. Measuring things out. Might want to sell another. But we're in the middle of this trading range now, so just want to be cautious. My plan sticks, you know, if we get a break below 19, I'll lower my stop. If I get a close above, I'm out. This is a channel up. Okay, you hit that EMA. See how price reacts. Getting ready to give up on my trade. If we sustain above, because we could have just trapped a bunch of bears. We have made another high, right? If we get a strong close and follow through, I'm done. I'm out. Okay. All right, I'm out. This isn't what I wanted. Okay, done. All right, so, you know, small red day. The market isn't doing what I was wanting it to do. You know, that's okay. First day live. Yeah, it's a small red day. So let me review what was doing wrong here. So I think regardless of what I thought and felt the market was going to do, I have to read what was actually happening. I think these candles up were very strong, and so they're going to want another follow through leg. The market did not reach my demand zone before making this bounce, okay? And so I was very skeptical of the move up. We got this large reversal candle, 18. But is that enough to reverse all this? Probably not, right? I didn't feel comfortable buying anywhere in here because to me the math didn't make too much sense to me. You know, I didn't want to long in this trading range, right? So, well, what could have been a trading range? I was wrong on the day. That sucks. It was my first day on the evaluation count. But we are getting a nice strong bounce up. And this was a breakout mode. We got a breakout to the upside. We cut it short once we saw that there was follow through after a strong candle up. And, you know, I think it's okay that I took my loss. I sized small for the trade that I wanted, and I didn't get it. So, I am getting like, you know, a fear of missing out. Like, oh, like, man, I missed this whole move, and it kind of sucks that I don't know. I didn't get the plan that I wanted. I wanted to get a double bottom reversal just slightly lower, you know, where I thought there would be a larger demand. But it just happened here. This breakout, I guess was strong enough, right? And then we trapped a bunch of bears here, you know, betting on that reversal lower. What could have I done different? I don't know. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning. And that's just how it's going to be sometimes. But what's nice is that I'm just down on a very small size. So it doesn't really bother me. If I'm down, I want to, you know, lose small, which I did. This is my current, let's see how I can get this here. Current P&L, right? Only 37. So I had a small win. You know, it was good that I exited here. We got a lower low. We got a low here and then a higher low, and then we broke out. Okay. See, this is a time like I have to study, you know, and breakouts like this is surprising, but really maybe not so much, because on the daily, you know, in this area, we were looking for that reversal, right? But it just didn't happen where I wanted it to happen. I wanted to go a little lower, but we got it. So I don't know. It seems quite high now, and I really don't want to I don't know, the context really to me for longing this market, I don't know if it's the right idea, if it's something I want to do. Because when I look at the bars to the left, I'm seeing down, right? It's a big trading range. You know, we have a low here, we have a high here. You know, we're starting to go really sideways. So I think maybe it's best just to avoid this and wait for another day tomorrow. I'm gonna miss moves regardless. I think, you know, let's see what's going on here. Five-minute MNQ. We are getting a confirmed breakout. Extra trading hours. Yeah, I don't want to make my losses any more than, you know, I should. I took 3 trades. One was winning. Second one was negative. You know, third one was negative. Do I want to keep trading? I don't know. I don't think so. Ah. Just don't want to miss out on a trend, you know? But I guess we're gonna have to. We're gonna just have to use 20 EMA and 30 for 1 minute and 3 minute, and whenever crosses 30, then buy the trade. Hey, thanks, Z Corp. I'm not sure when you sent this, but I just saw it now. Are you referring to NASDAQ? It's 20 and 30. Or are you referring to MES? Yeah, you know, and another thing is like this EMA did cross above, you know. But I think I'm going to call it. I think I'm going to call it. I have a tendency to want to revenge trade. That's really not what I want to do. All right, I think I'm ending it. So that's that. First day, it's a losing day, but it's okay. It's a small loss day. And that's just going to happen. All right, so with that said, thank you if you have been tuning in to my first live stream. Shit's gonna happen. I'm just gonna go on my day. I think I'm gonna just study. Gonna go to the library, get a workout in, and it's Tuesday, so it's a Taco Tuesday day. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do the same thing. I think I'm, you know, quite proud of myself. Like, you know, in the beginning, I felt pretty nervous, but size small, and I did, you know, okay. It's okay. All right, guys. Thank you.